Hello and welcome to the Yakamore launch and the Yakamore live demonstration. I'm Jane Mark and I'm one of the owners of Yakamore together with my partner Phil Baston, who's actually the brains behind Yakamore because he developed it. And I want to welcome all of you from all over the world. We really have a good number of people from representing other countries around the world, and that's always exciting to me. Here's what we're going to do today. I'm going to do really a soup to nuts, show you what each little part of Yakamore is about. It's not a difficult site. Those of you who are members of our sister site, So Cool, that's a more complicated site. This one is pretty easy, but I want to make sure that you know all of the moving parts and what they do. Hey, Walter, nice to see you. So what Phil's going to do is put up a follow-along link, which just really gives you the bullet points of what we're going to discuss today. I want to tell you before we log into Yakamore and get started, a little bit of the history behind our development of Yakamore. We are social media nuts, as most of you probably know, and we love social media sites, and we especially love Twitter. But we found that as we went through Twitter and as they are getting bigger and bigger and of course now going into their trying to get advertisers and very big business advertisers, that it was becoming more and more difficult for smaller businesses on the net to actually get any results for their business because Twitter's making all sorts of new rules. I don't know if some of you know them, where if you post too many links, you can lose your account. And they have a lot of rules that are really designed, and as a business person, I understand this design, to attract big businesses who have anywhere from $5,000 to $100,000 advertising budget to spend with them. So that's understandable. They've been out there for however many years now, 3, 4, 5, whatever, however many years. They've had 800 million, I think, money that they got as investment, as capital investment. They need to earn it back. So we took a look around and said, you know, we have this pretty big site, So Cool, that people love. And we wanted to start a site that was a little bit more like Twitter, but very business friendly. So at Yakamore, of course, you can post links whenever you want. But more importantly, for those of you who do run businesses and have something that you really want to advertise, we did something which I'll show you when you get inside called Sponsored Yaks, which let you, for very little money, certainly very little compared to Twitter, promote your business to a business-friendly site, because that's what we're about. We're looking to expand the reach of smaller businesses on the net. And so we made Yakamore very affordable in many areas, including being able to advertise on it. And that's really the backstory behind when a tweet at Twitter is simply not enough. There's more to it, as you'll see in a minute. But I kind of like that title. It's kind of catchy. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to log in now. We'll log into my account. And I'm going to walk you around Yakamore so that you really get to see what it is and what it does. I'm going to plant this idea before we start in your mind. Yakamore is about really two things. One is it is a posting site, and it is a list building site where we build the list for you and you can post to that list. So it really combines two things: posting and building an email list. Okay, what we're going to do, when you log in, you come to the Yak page, and we're going to get to that in a minute. But you should know that the main operating vehicle at So Cool at Yakamore. I'm sorry, I've done So Cool so long. I'm going to say So Cool many times. Yakamore is this drop-down menu, and on it you're going to see all of the moving parts of Yakamore. And the first thing you see is upgrade, and I'm going to take you there for a specific reason. Phil, did you put up the follow along link? All right. Phil's going to put up the follow along link, and you'll see why I want to show you the upgrade chart. We did change our prices. We had about a month-long what we called beta and pre-launch period, where the prices for each of these membership levels was lower than what you see here. We just changed those prices today, and the reason I want you to pay attention to this is because my feeling was, and I said to Phil yesterday, for those people who turn up on the call today, I'm going to give them the lower prices that we started with, because here's how I feel. If you have the enthusiasm and the willingness to show up at a webinar in the middle of the day, then you should really, but you're the ones that are going to succeed, in my mind, on Yakamore. And we want to make it easy for you to do that. So the reason I'm showing you this is two reasons. One, we added a very interesting part for those who pay the higher price, where everybody's going to get 100 Yakins if they upgrade on to executive, and they're going to get 50 Yakins. We gave you guys a better deal than that at the original prices. You'll see that on your follow along page, and we'll get to that later. But I just want you to know that we really appreciate people who want to learn about the site that they're promoting or using. And so we made a very good deal for you later on that you can read about and we'll go over later on. So the first thing you see is the upgrade button. And the second thing is to make a Yak page. Now, this is where all the action takes place, or most of the action takes place at Yakamore. And you'll see in order to Yak, all you do is click on that box. Now, what is a Yak? A Yak is like a tweet or a post. We just call it Yak because the site is called Yakamore. Now, why is it called Yakamore? If you're a free member, what you're going to see down here is that you can post 180 characters, which is more than Twitter, right? Twitter is 140. So even as a free member of Yakamore, you get to post a little bit longer message, which is 180 characters. If you're a basic member, you can post up to 250 characters. And if you're a business or a yearly member of Yak, you can post up to 500. So that's why my account says 500 characters, which, believe it or not, you can say a lot in 500 characters. Now, before we make a post, let me tell you the strongest part of Yakamore, and that is your ability to target your posts. So if I make a post in here, let's just say I am giving a live demo of Yakamore, come join us. And then you have an affiliate link, which I'll show you in a minute. But see, I have So Cool on the brain. Let me put Yakamore in here. Now, before I post this, if I select Post to So Cool and then Yak, what's going to happen is this post will go right here on the posted page, and it will go on my profile page, which I'll show you in a minute, and it will go to all of my trackers. How many people are tracking me or following me? We call them trackers, but they're just like followers or friends. 13,846. This is where you look on your Yak page in order to see how many people are following you at Yakamore. So if I just select this and this, or just Yak, if I don't select post on So Cool, it will just post to Yakamore, and maybe you want to just post to Yakamore. It will go to all my trackers. Suppose I want to target this post, I go to select sign up category. So let's stop here so you understand where these sign up categories come from. When you signed up to either SoCool, our sister site, or if you signed up directly to Yakamore, you needed to pick 3 areas that interested you when you signed up. So in my case, when I signed up many years ago at SoCool, 2 years ago, I chose the categories blogging, email submit, and politics as categories that I was interested in. I still am interested in them. If I want to target this particular post to one of my categories that I signed up with, here, let's say if I wanted to post to just the blogging people interested in promotion and marketing and blogging, of the people following me, that's where this 2,500 number comes from. 2,500 people interested in this category are following me right now at Yakamore. So I could take my post and just simply click this box, and then when I yak, it will still post to SoCool if I want it to. It will still post to Yakamore, but it will only post to my, there it goes, it posted already before I got the words out of my mouth. So now the only people who received that particular message were my blogging, promotion, and marketing followers. Nobody else who follows me received that message. All of my trackers received it at SoCool because I posted to our sister site SoCool. This is the strongest, and I'm going to keep saying this throughout this webinar. Posting to a targeted group of people is the most powerful way to advertise on the net. So if you're an artist, you want to find the other people who are interested in art and art buying and art selling and all things art, and you want to target your posts to that group of people. When we get to Yakins later on, you will see that you can purchase other categories to post to. But right now, in the beginning, we're just showing you that you can now post either to everyone by not selecting a category, or you can select one of your categories. I want you to look here, guys, to see how pathetic this is. Do you see this number 43? There are only 43 people on all of SoCool and Yakamore, which is like close to 80,000 people that are interested in politics, which tells you, and government, which tells you something about why we're in so much trouble. But I digress. That's an editorial comment. So posting at Yakamore is very easy. You put something in, put in a message, say hello, check a box, put that in, check a box, and you're yakking, because that's what you're doing when you're posting yak. So now I'm just going to post that to everyone. And who will see that? My trackers at SoCool and my trackers at Yakamore. Now, how did I get 13,846 trackers at Yakamore when Yakamore has only been in beta test for 30 days and is only officially launching today? Magic. But I'll tell you how we really do it. It's not really magic. What we do is everyone who signs up at SoCool, and Phil, you might want to put the SoCool link in the follow along box, because some of you may not be a member of SoCool, and you want to be a member of SoCool because we are building you 2 lists at one time. One over here at Yakamore, which is the focus of our attention. We are also building you a list over at SoCool. And if you promote SoCool as a SoCool member, you don't even have to promote this site Yakamore, because everybody who signs up under you at SoCool is automatically signed up under you at Yakamore. So even when we first started Yakamore like 30 days ago, every So Cool member was put for free into Yakamore. And along with them came all of their followers from So Cool. And that will continue to happen. Anyone who signs up at So Cool will automatically be following you at Yakamore. So that's a very cool way to build a list, because they will follow you here if you advertise here, and they will follow you here if you advertise So Cool. Now, I want you to notice while we're on the Yak page, because this is where you'll spend most of your time, I want to show you a couple of things. We already talked about where you can find your number of people who are following you. This will tell you your membership level. You can be free, basic, a business yearly, or an executive membership. If it says OTO after your name, all that means, and nobody else sees this except you, but what that means is that you took the lower price and you came in at the lower executive membership, which we're giving you again today just for being here. You have 2 affiliate links, because after all, this is not just a posting site or an email or a list building site or even an email site. This is a site you can make real dough at. Every time someone signs up and upgrades under you at Yakamore, you get a commission. And depending on your membership level, you can earn up to 40% of whatever membership level your downline upgrades at. You can advertise the site either by using your sales page, which is that page we started with, which just says when a Twitter is simply not enough, it's Yakamore, and people can sign up from there. Or you can use your profile page. Oops, what did I do there? I copied and lost the profile page. Let's just pop this in the browser so you can see what a profile page looks like. Now, either one that you promote at Yakamore will get you sign-ups, because when we move this out of the way, when people get to this Yak site, oh, I'd have to sign out to do it. Let's do that because it's worth. We'll sign back in a minute, but let me log out and then put my profile. If you're logged in, it doesn't have the sign-up link. But here, this is the main page. So that's your first affiliate link. And then if I pop this one in, I can send this out to people, and they can sign up under me just using my profile page. Now, the advantage to your profile page, of course, is that it has a place where it says something about you. This is a very interesting part. No other social media site has this. If you are an executive member or a business member, you will have a seal that says executive member and business member, which, believe it or not, guys, when you are marketing, it says something to the people that you are showing this site to. It's I don't know how to put it. It's a curiosity factor, but it's also an authority factor. When people see the word executive member, they're going to say, well, maybe this person is worth listening to. I know that may not sound like it's fair, but it's sort of the way life is, where people get these badges. Think of the Army, you got all these stars and medals and stuff. This is your medal, and it gives you a certain amount of authority. Now, the other reason for bringing them to your profile page, which is what we call this page, is that they see only your posts on here. These posts that I've made recently, and they can go and see only your posts on this page and see what you're about and what you're talking about. So those are your 2 affiliate pages. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself, so let's log back in and go back to the Yak page. Okay, so all you do to go to the Make a Yak page is just go to Make a Yak, and you'll be right back to where we were first talking about. So all of my yaks are going to show up, obviously, on this Yak page, but so will, of course, will everybody else's who I'm following. So it's going to, Stephen made a thing, and Samuel made a post. So this page shows all of your people that you are tracking. You will see all of their posts on this Yak page. Now, I want you to notice something else, because we've done the Yak. We've showed you how to target your posts, very important. We've showed you that there are 2 affiliate links, either one that you're welcome to use. Now, let's come down. I just want you to make a note. I'll tell you how these got here. But down here on this page and on your profile page are 3 programs. We're going to get to those a little bit later, called income builders. If you're a free member, they are the default ones, and I'm going to show you that a little later. For now, I just want you to make a mental note. Why are these 3 banners here, and what are they doing there? Okay, so let's continue on our journey down here. If you're an executive or a business member of Yakamore, you're going to get a big bonus at SoCal, and you'll see executives get 10 million tokens. I'm not going to go into SoCal today, but believe me, they're very valuable. And if you're a business member, you will see that you get 3 million tokens. So that's what this executive bonus means there. Your profile page. That's the page that we really just went over. And again, this is the one that you can advertise, not when you're logged in, but it does show when you're logged out, and it has a sign up. So here's how many people I'm tracking. You can go to your profile page to see that. And here's how many trackers people are tracking me. Again, I just want you to take note of these because they're very visible, and there's a reason why. When we get to that section, we'll take a look. Okay, this is a very important section, settings. So let's spend a little time in settings. The first thing that you get to when you click on settings is your own personal information. So there's your 2 affiliate links and your name and all of that stuff, right? But here's where it becomes important. If you don't put a picture of yourself or your business. In my case, I'm using a business logo, but most people put up a picture of themselves. This is critical, guys, not just at Yakamore, but at any social media site that you belong to, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or Delicious or LinkedIn or whatever sites you belong to. People do not relate to some sort of blank profile page. They want to see a picture. They want to see a picture of you. If you have a business, it's fine to put a logo in. If you're an artist like Walter is, who's here with us today, you might want to put a little thumbnail of one of your pieces of artwork. Don't leave that as the default. Phil, maybe you can find the default one on there and what it looks like. I don't know if you can lay your hands on it, but I think most of you know what I mean, where people leave the default Yakamore in their profile picture instead of actually loading a picture. So now to load a picture, what thing? No, you would have to find it because otherwise I can't stop now. But to load a picture, all you do is hit browse. Now you have to have a picture of yourself, of course, or your logo on your computer. But assuming for the moment that most of you, who I'm sure belong to other social media sites, have a picture, you just hit browse. I'm going to go in here, and I can change my image now to, well, Cuddles already has one, so we'll skip that. So I'm going to put one up that I usually use at my other sites. and then all you do, but before I update, I just want to show you that when you come here, below your picture, you're going to see the three areas of interest that you signed up with, either at SoCool or Yakamore. If you signed up at SoCool, they get transferred over here. You can't change those, but you can add to them, and we'll get to that later. And then you have your own interest. Are you an online marketer, offline, home business, no business interest? And that you can change. You put in your main website. That's the one that you want people to see all the time. And a short description of who you are or what your business is about. And then you hit update. Now, I never tried to change my picture, so let's see if it actually worked. Oh, looky there. So now, instead of seeing my SoCool logo, which I'll change back later, you would see on my profile page, you'll see my picture. Point here is, it is very important to put a picture up. Now, a lot of people get stuck because they have a picture, but it's the wrong size, because this has to be 100 by 100. So I'm going to put up here, if I can get back to the box here. Okay, I'm going to put up this wonderful site, which Phil showed me, which is called Resize It. Just keep this forever and ever in your files. I don't care what picture you have, you can go to this site. All you do is load up your picture like I just did here, but it could be the wrong size, and it'll give you a little box, and you say 100 by 100, and then you have a thumbnail picture of everything. It's fabulous. It's easy, so just keep that on file to use for any social media site that you're at. Okay, so that's an important page, because that's what people see when they go to your profile URL. So put a picture in, and a description, and a website. And then you have something that they can go on when you send them to that site. So now let's go back to the second part of settings, notices. If you check this box, which you do not want to do, unless you have a reason, this will actually show your sign-up email on your profile page. Now, some people like that. They don't mind showing their email. If it's checked, guys, your email will show on your profile page. I don't like my email to be public, so I leave that box unchecked. Now, I always want to get information. The next one says new tracker emails. I want to know who's tracking me, because when I have time, I always click on that notice letter that I get, and I go and track that person back. And that's a very nice thing to do. When somebody takes the time to track you, go and track them back. It really is the way that social media works, and works well. Okay. There are only 2 membership levels that are allowed to send out emails to their trackers at SoCool. And that is, if you are a business level member, you can send out an email every 7 days. That's going to go right to the contact addresses of your trackers. This is a very powerful part of SoCool. If you are an executive member, you can email your trackers every 3 days, which is even better, frankly, because you can really build a big list at Yakamore, and then you can actually email them. So leave this checked. Everyone should leave this checked. I always leave this checked. And let me backtrack. Let me stop here for 1 minute and say something about, I guess Phil and I get emails in support occasionally from people who say, I don't want to receive any emails from anybody. And that's fine. They can unsubscribe, they can check boxes, they can do what they want. But the real point is, why are you in business on the net? If you don't want to read and know and learn about what either your competition is doing or some tool that you might use for your own benefit in your own business, I don't get it. I'm a business person. I've been in business all my life, online and offline. And one of the main features of any business is communication. If you turn it off, if you block it out, and if you think that people are reading your emails when you never respond to them or never read theirs, you're nuts. That's all I'm going to say about that. Leave your emails. Read them. If you don't like them, you can always delete them. But at least give a look-see at what other business people are doing on the net, because often you can learn a lot. You may find a tool that you can really use and earn a lot of money from. Don't turn your emails off, and don't send emails into support that say I don't want to read emails, because as far as I'm concerned, you are not in business if you do not want to read emails on the net. So that's my editorial for right now. Now, these two things are very interesting. If you, and you have to be an upgraded member, a business or executive, to even get this feature. But you can show a thumbnail image, and I'm going to show you this in a minute, of your own website with every post that you make at Yakamore. And you can also show where you are actually located. Now, you can turn these two features off. You could turn one of them off, but this is very powerful. So let's, for a moment, go back to the Make a Yak page so I can show you what this actually means. I'm on the Make a Yak page. Okay, so you can see that next to free members, they don't have arrows on their site. Only executives or Business Yearly have an arrow. And this arrow does the following. If somebody clicks on it, this is my main website, So Cool, which I put on my profile page. So whatever you put in those profile settings, it will pick up your actual website. And I'm in New York, and it will show that my business is located in New York. This is really cool stuff, guys, because suppose they're not interested, like I happen to be posting today about a very interesting new site that came out. Suppose you have no interest in that whatsoever, but you click on my arrow, you're going to see my main site, you're going to see where I'm located. So that's what that setting is when you go into the settings where it says notices. You can choose not to show these by unclicking the box, but I don't see any reason not to show them. I think it's really good if you show your main website and you show your location, but that, of course, is up to you. Okay, the last part of settings is really important because it has to do with getting paid and commissions, and you want to give us a way to pay you. So you can give us a PayPal address, you could give us an alert pay, or you can choose to be paid by check. Up to you. When you put this in here and update it, be careful what you type in here. You can't change it once. You can put in a PayPal, or you can put, in this case I have my PayPal, but you can put in an alert pay, but you can't change your PayPal, and that's a security reason. You can, of course, we will change it for you. If you change your PayPal and your alert pay after you put it in there down the road, all you do is contact us, and we're happy to change it for you. This is just simply a security measure so that somebody, if they by accident get into your account, which doesn't happen, but we'd like to be extra careful, that nobody can change your payment information on you. So you want to put that in and give us a way, give yourself a way to be paid. And if you are a U.S. citizen or a U.S. corporation, you need to download a tax form called a W-9 form and follow the instructions to either mail it to us or fax it to us. Our fax number is here. So this is important because we really cannot pay American citizens or corporations, American corporations, unless we have a W-9 on file in our office. So please just take a minute. It really takes 1 minute to fill out a W-9 form and fax it to us or mail it in. and we will check it off in your account. And that way, we pay commissions every Friday. And if you're due a commission and we see that we've received, you see it here, you will get a message once we get it. It will say, yes, we received your W-9 form, thank you. And that means you're good to go and we can pay you. So please take care of that little business stuff as soon as the webinar is finished. Okay, so we went through the settings, and the notices are the same thing. That just takes you to the notice page. Downline stats will tell you who signed up under you, and they take a while to load, and they go, in my case, they go on for a lot of pages. But that will tell you where your downline is and who, and you can search it, by the way, so that if you have a lot of people, you can always search for it. Commissions, you will get a complete report, and nobody pays me, so these are all tests. I never get paid my commissions. So this is from tests we did to make sure that things were working right, but it will always tell you which commissions have been paid and which have not. And as I say, we pay you every Friday, and you get a complete report, and you can go back through the months and check February or wherever you want to go and check that. So that's just gives you a summary of when and how you were paid. Okay. Here, let's stop on this for a minute, because remember I showed you that there are 3 banners that show up on your profile page. These are important because people may come to your page and they may or may not be interested in the particular post that you made that day. You don't want them to leave empty-handed, right? If you can get them to buy something else from you because it captures their imagination, then by all means, let's put it on your page. Now, you can't change these IDs. Right now, on my page, my affiliate IDs are showing on these 3 banners, which show on my profile page. That means somebody coming to my page, if they clicked on Cool Search or One Click Marketing Machine or So Cool, they go right through to my So Cool affiliate link or Cool Search affiliate link. Free members and basic members, no. This does apply to people who have, paid money to do this at Yakamore. So if you're a free member, you're going to get the default ones of these on your page. But if you upgrade to business or executive, you will be able to change your IDs, and those banners will show on your profile page. Now, for executive members, it gets even better, because let's just go back to that profile page for a minute. You see which 3 we're promoting, right? Well, those are the 3 that are the default ones in the site. If you're an executive member, we give you 3 free banners of your own. And so not only can you change your affiliate IDs for what we're calling the default banners, but you can put in 3 banners of your own that will rotate into these spots. So sometimes it will show your So Cool banner. Sometimes it will show your Cool Search banner. Here, I put in Cool Cash, another one of our sites. So as people come to your site, they will not always see those same 3 banners, because we're actually giving you 3 free banners. This is like advertising 3 additional businesses while you're advertising your profile page. So this is a really cool, and it's also very neat. It's in the right place, and it's eye-catching. So if you do this, if you're an executive member and you have a nice banner, but it's bigger than this, remember I gave you the resize it. So I think these are what, Phil? Are these 125? I think they're 120 by 125. It says that somewhere in the members area, but Phil says right click, show property. Okay, show properties. Oops. Okay. Oh, it's 100 by 100. Okay. It is. So if you need to resize your banner, remember that link that's showing up here, resize it. And then you can put in whatever, 3 of your own, and they will rotate. So that's a really nifty feature. I like that because it gives you 6 shots at the apple. That's why I like it. Okay. Email your trackers. You can't get that right now because I need you to undo the email thing. We'll get our doorbell's ringing and Phil's going to get it. Oh, never mind. We can do it. You can go. Okay. Phil will be back in about 5 minutes. He's got to answer the door. Email your trackers. This is one of the most important features of Yakamore. If you're a business yearly, you can use this every 7 days, sorry. If you're an executive member, you can email your trackers every 3 days. Let me say that again so you're clear. Business every 7 days, once a week, and executive you can mail every 3 days. Okay, you can mail up to 500 characters. Your message goes right into the contact address that people signed up with. So it's a really strong emailer. Now, just like I pointed out on the Make a Yak page, you can send to all of your trackers. In my case, I'm sending to a list of 13,000 people. So I can do that. Or if I want to, I can send to any of the ones that I signed up with. Now, why do I have more categories than the 3 that I signed up with? I'm going to get to that in a little bit later. But if you haven't bought any additional categories at Yakamore, what you will see here is select all, which means you're mailing to all your trackers, or mail to your politic followers, your blogging followers, or your email submit. You will see 3. In my case, I bought a lot of other categories, and we'll get to that. But so this is like any other mailer. You can copy and paste, but I haven't gotten anything ready, so we'll just say Yakamore is launching live today. Get the word out. Now you can go on, you can see it counts down your letters for you, so you know how many characters you have left. I'm not going to type a whole long message, but you can just have it ready and pop it in here. You go send your message now, and there you get a confirm that it's queued. And it usually goes out fairly fast, within an hour, sometimes 2 at the most, depending on how many emails are in the queue. But this is a very, very powerful part of Yakamore, and it's also over at, you have one over at So Cool too. First place I go, guys, in the morning is I go to my mailers, both at So Cool and at Yakamore. So that's how the emailer works. Okay, we don't want to cancel our accounts. Buy Yatkins. Well, that's part of Manage Yatkins. So let's stop here, because this is, when I keep saying we're building a list for you on autopilot, wait till you see how easy this is. If you go to the Manage Yatkins page, you're going to see a number in this box here. Now, in my case, I've signed up a lot of people. You get Yatkins in one of 2 ways. You get Yatkins when you sign people up under you. So, for example, if you're a free member, if somebody signs up directly under you from Yak, we're not talking about from So Cool now. If you sign a Yak member up under you at Yakamore, you will get 1 Yakin. If you're a basic member, you'll get 2 for every sign up. If you're a business yearly, you'll get 4 Yakins for everyone who signs up. And if you're an executive member, you'll get 5 Yakins for every person that you bring into Yakamore. Now, what's a Yakin? It's really the equivalent to getting 1 tracker to follow you, because let's say Joe Jones signs up under you now at Yakamore. They automatically track you. But then you get a second bite at the apple, because if you went to your Manage Yakins page, you would see one. We're starting, let's say, from scratch with somebody who has no Yakins right now. So you sign somebody up, they start to follow you automatically, and you also have one Yakin in here. And you can actually buy without money now. This is free. This is from your Yakins. You can buy, if I wanted to spend all of my Yakins right now, I could go and get 1,681 other people to be tracking me or following me at Yakamore. So then I think about my 13,000 person list now. I could add 1,000 people to it right now. And every time I emailed, I'm then emailing 1,000 people more, new people on my list. So let me show you how that actually works so that you can see, because most people may not have signed up quite this many people. So let's say even that you have 10. We'll work with the number 10. In order to transfer your Yakins into trackers, you go to Manage Yakins. Now remember, every time you get trackers, you're building a list, but we're doing it for you automatically. So I already have Yakins. I don't have to buy them. I already have them. So, excuse me. I'm going to go to Get Trackers. You can purchase, if you want to get non-targeted trackers, meaning they can come from any category, and we have about 100 categories. In fact, let's see. I'll just give you an idea. These are the categories in Yakamore that people actually sign up to. So I don't know if there's 100 or 70, but there's a lot of categories. If I want to buy non-targeted, meaning just anybody, they could be in health, they could be in real estate, they could be in law, I don't know. I don't know what I'm getting. Let's put it that way. You can go to purchase non-targeted trackers, and you're going to select a package. So in this case, let's work with 10. Let's assume that you guys have 10 Yakins in your total Yakins. And I'm going to pick a regular trackers, and I don't even have to click over here because that comes later. So this side is where you want to stick to if you just want to get non-targeted. And then I go click to exchange Yakins. And what do I get? I get 1 for 1, meaning one Yakin buys me or exchanges me 1 for 1. So I just picked up 10 people who are now tracking me. They're now on my list. And what do I get to do? I get to email them every 3 days. This is about the fastest way you will ever get anywhere in order to build a list. So now, there are other, you can buy Yakins if you want to do that. But the best way to get them is get them for free. Tell people about Yakamore. Every time you do, you get from 1 to 5 Yakins depending on your membership. They build up really fast. Now, suppose that I wanted to get, let's see, let's go back to Get Trackers. Remember I told you I had a whole bunch of other categories that I could post to, not just my 3 that I originally signed up with. For that, you go over here, and you can't use your these Yakins here in order to get non-targeted, to get targeted trackers. That's wrong, Phil, right? I can use them, but I can't use them for a new purchase. Wait, my partner's filling me in here. Can I?
Trackers can only be used for June. They can't be used for target.
Oh, you can't buy target. I'm going to put this to it. Say, yeah, but wait. Suppose I want to buy them in my own category. Even I'm not that familiar with how to do this yet, guys. So that, oh, I can buy it. Okay. Oh, no, I can't. You're right. You can't do it if it's targeted. So if you only have Yakins that are, you have to use them to get general trackers. If you actually want to purchase, if you want to get targeted trackers, you actually have to hit targeted trackers, and you are going to have to actually go through a purchase and purchase them either with credit card or alert pay. You can see I'm not even that familiar with it, because what I do is I've never bought just targeted trackers. I always buy a category because I want to broaden the number of targeted people that I can post to or email. So what I usually do is, instead of spending my money on just Yakins, I go and I get categories. Now, it costs the same, but I want targeted. So let's say I want to add a completely new target, universities and higher education, okay? So I'm going to buy 10 targeted trackers. I'm going to actually go through the purchase so you can see how this works. I'm going to go into alert pay. By the way, guys, just while I'm doing this, I think alert pay is now back to taking credit cards, which is nothing short of a miracle, because for 6 months they haven't taken credit cards. Anybody know the answer to that? If you do, let us know, because I just found out about this morning and I haven't even tried it yet. Okay, so there, I bought 10 targeted trackers, but I bought them in a category of universities and education, which actually is something I happen to be interested in. So now, if I go back to Make a Yak, and I click on this box, I go to add new categories. No, I'm sorry, that's where I just went. I meant to select, these are the categories I've purchased. So now you can see I purchased financial, food, these are things that I'm interested in, spiritual and religion. And now I just purchased universities and colleges. So let's suppose for a moment that you're selling a health product and you come into Yak and you say, okay, I want to target people who are in the health field. What you would do is, hopefully you signed up in the health field, so then you can post to them right away. But if you want to add more targeted trackers, then you're going to have to buy them. But this is a really powerful way to build a list. So let's sum it up. You can use your Yakins that you get to get followers, and you don't have to pay anything to get them. All you need to do is have Yakins in your account, and you can get as many followers. Right now I could get 1,671 non-targeted followers right now, but I don't like to use them that much that way, so I'm just going to leave them there. I'm really interested in being able to target a post, because at one point, for example, I used to take sell, I don't know, something that was related to health lollipops that you ate, and if they helped you lose weight. That's why I want a list in the health field if I am promoting a healthcare product. So this is a really new, this is quite different than the lists we build for you over at So Cool, which are great, and it's anywhere you can build a list is great. But these are targeted lists. And if I go back to my emails, oh, well, you won't be able to see it now because I just mailed. But if 3 days had passed and I go to enter this, you will now see that university and education category has also been added so that I can email those trackers. That is absolutely the most powerful part of Yakamore, is the ability to target your posts and the ability to target your emails. So remember, I mentioned that right at the beginning, that this is where the real power of this site lies. Now, most of these other things, I'm going to show you one other thing and then we're going to end shortly. But Advertise on Yak has one very important feature that I want to show you. Promotion tools are just like emails and banners that you can get to promote a Yakamore, so that you can explore on your own. Resources or various tools that we recommend that can help you in your advertising. This is nice, this RSS feed, because this will show you the latest posts that are coming out on Yakamore. And of course, you can always check that to see what people are saying and what's going on the Yakamore RSS feed. Frequently asked questions, we always add to that, so check those because there's a lot of them there now, but we frequently add them when we hear your questions. This is your support desk where it says help, and we usually get back to you in no more than 24 hours and usually faster than that. Here's the president's message. If you miss my emails, I usually send one out a day that gives you some update or another about Yakamore. You can find this here, or this little envelope will tell you what's going on today. I'm sure I sent out something about the launch, which I did. So if you click there, you'll always know what's going on, and you don't even have to look through your emails. Let's just take one last thing, which is advertise on Yakamore. Remember I said one of the main reasons that we started Yakamore was to give small businesses a way to compete, in a sense, with Twitter and what they're doing because of the high prices that they're charging. You'll see something here called a sponsored yak. This is a very powerful ad, and I'll tell you why. These sponsored yaks sit right in the middle of the most popular page on Yakamore. So let's go back to where we started, and then we're almost at the end, so that makes sense. When you go to the Make a Yak page, which is really where everybody hangs out because they want to post something, you will see that in the third position after the third post and after the seventh post, there are what we call sponsored yaks that stay on these pages, on this posted page, all of the time. Now, they're, depending on who's advertising, they rotate, but in between the regular posts, you are going to see these sponsored yaks. And so the one that was now in the seventh position now comes up to the third position, and this one and another one comes in. Not only do these show here, but on every profile page, with the exception of executive members. Like, I'm an executive member, so you won't see any of those sponsored yaks on my page. But if I were, I suppose it's the right English there, if I were a free member or a basic member or even a business yearly member, on my profile page, in between after this third post will be a sponsored yak. And under my seventh post in here will be a sponsored yak. Now, think about this. You've got all of the people who go into the posting page who will see that advertisement. You have everyone who is promoting their affiliate page is carrying your sponsored yak. And I forget what the prices are, but I can tell you they are nowhere near $5,000 to $100,000 a month. And we really wanted to give people a shot. And don't forget, Yakamore has about 80,000 members. But Yakamore is on So Cool with also 80,000 members. It's also on every one of our other sites, which have over 600,000 members. So this is a lot of exposure for very little money. And you can explore the prices here, but what did they start at, $50 or $100 for a month? Or, well, we can check that. All I have to do is go. Sponsored yaks. If you want to buy one, you go to the sponsored yak, and And like everybody else, guys, I actually buy 30 days, $50. That's why you see I have 4. Because that's a steal, guys. I mean that for the amount of real exposure, because we have real sites with real 600,000 members, in addition to just being seen on Yakamore. Yakamore is seen all over our sites. And hopefully after this it will be seen over your sites as well. So this part of the advertising is really, really worthwhile for you to contemplate. So let's sum up, because we are now, as I said right in the beginning, since you are the people who have an interest in Yakamore and came and made time to go to this webinar, we made a very special offer for you, and maybe I can get that up on the screen. If you go into the upgrade page, you will see that we have increased our prices, and there's a reason for that. Obviously, the emailer, particularly the ability to email your trackers, takes up a lot of server resources, and we don't want a huge number of people who can use the mailer. So they have to pay for it, obviously, because that is really important access. So in the members area, you're going to see that the business yearly, you can only buy it at $297 now. The executive life membership, you can only buy it at $697. This one you pay once a year, and this one you never pay again. You buy that, you get everything you just saw me do, comes with that. And business members get now, there's one other thing we're doing. This is not on the website, because when somebody upgrades and pays $297 today for a business yearly membership, they will get 50 Yatkins right in their account for free at that new price. And executive members will get 100 Yatkins for nothing. So right away they get to pick up 50 or 100 followers, because they're going to get that as part of their new membership. We actually put that on these special offers just to say thank you for your interest and for being here. So if you want to upgrade, these are the links to use. This will lock in $197 a year forever. You will never have to pay the $297. This will lock in. You'll just pay $497 once, and that's it. So these are very good deals, and we sweetened it today because it's launch day, and we're really excited about Yakamore. I love this site, by the way. It's easy to use, and it has a lot of exposure. So this is the bonus that you'll get. Now, let's suppose that you're already a business member and you're kicking yourself because you see that for another $300 you could have upgraded to the executive. We have also given you the ability to just click here, and there's a pay link for $300. That will get you from business yearly. If you want to use the mailer and you want the executive seal and you want no advertising on your site at all other than your own, right, and you mail every 3 days, then you can simply use the difference between the $197 that you may already have paid, which I know some of you have, and you can pay $300 by simply going to this pay link. And down here it'll say, now, these are manual upgrades, folks, because these links now do not appear anywhere else. So once you pay, we will get notice of it, and we will upgrade you manually. So you have to give us, a few hours to find you and do all that stuff, and we will add your Yatkins manually, and then I will personally send you a welcome letter to let you know that your account's been upgraded and that your Yatkins have been added. And by the way, both of this will still come. This deal will still come with 3 million tokens at our sister site. So cool. And it will come with 10 million tokens for people who take up the executive membership. So don't let this go, because this is not anywhere. You will not find this price since it went away yesterday. It disappeared. This disappeared, and you will not find these two offers available. So I hope that gave you an overview. What I tried to do today was to show you where every working part is. This is not a hard site, guys. It's if you can make a post and you can put together a little email to send your trackers, that's the site. But the really cool part is being able to introduce people to the site, get paid, because you get paid. By the way, business members get paid 35% commission. Executive members get paid 40% commission on every sale. So not only can you get your money back really easily, but every time you introduce somebody here, you're going to earn those Yakins. Those Yakins buy you trackers. You can have a list here in no time. I mean, every time you sign someone up, even if you're free, it's like a one-for-one trade. You bring one person in, you get one other tracker because you get a free Yakin. So now if anybody has any questions, I'll hang around. I know we're a little over time, but I'm happy to hang around and answer your questions. If you have a mic, just let Phil know and I can unmute you. Or maybe he answered all your questions. I don't know. Hopefully he answered all your questions. But if you want me to answer anything that's on your mind, I'm happy to do that. But I have to unmute you, so you have to let Phil know that you have a mic and that you have something you want to say, and it can be anything. It can be on Yakamore, it can be on marketing, whatever you like. We have no limits here, guys. So don't be shy. If you have a mic, let Phil know. Just say Mike and your name so that I can find you and unmute you. Mainly, I love this site because of the targeting. So for those of you who just want to hear 2 more minutes about targeting, let me just say this. You can have literally a list of 100 people or 50 people, and you can make more sales with a targeted list of people who are actually interested in precisely what you're selling, whether that's real estate or health products or biz ops or advertising tools. It doesn't matter. People who are interested in something are dying to talk and buy from other people who have the product that they're interested in. So you could have a list of thousands and thousands of people, but if they are not interested in what you are selling, you can talk to them all day long and send them all the promos you want, but you won't make a sale. On the other hand, you can have a list of 50 or 100 people, and you can make literally thousands and thousands of dollars from a small list of people who like your product and are looking for it. This is what Yakamore is all about. I know many of you are So Cool members, and that is without doubt one of my favorite sites. But we took one of the most interesting aspects of So Cool, which is this sign up with interest aspect, because you have to name 3 interests at So Cool. And we flipped it over to Yakamore and made it so that you can actually do your posts and your emailing to a targeted group of people. As you grow these lists using your Yakins, you are going to find out just how powerful that can be. So that's my final word on that subject for the day. That's what Yakamore is. It is about targeting, and that is powerful, powerful advertising. So if nobody has any more, okay, wait a minute. Oh, Phil says if I close you out, I'm going to be right in the middle of his answer to somebody. So we'll keep talking. If you guys want to leave, I'm not going to be insulted or anything. We're going beyond the hour, but I don't want to close anybody out who has a question that they want answered, because this is the time to ask it. We're here. We're more than happy to answer your questions. So if you have a question on Yak or on So Cool or on any marketing technique, we're happy to answer it for you. But I think Phil's doing a pretty good job here. He seems to have everybody, he's given everybody answers, so I think that's pretty good. Now, remember that you can advertise Yak, and you should be doing that for two reasons. One, people are getting commissions here, by the way, that they keep emailing me and say, how did I get paid from Yakamore? Because I never even promoted it. And the reason you get paid from Yakamore is because somebody, excuse me, who may have signed up under you at SoCool decided they would like to upgrade at Yakamore. And of course, if they signed up under you at SoCool, they are under you right here at Yakamore. So whether they upgrade today, tomorrow, or next year, you will get a commission. And people are freaking out because they say, but I didn't even get a chance to look at Yakamore yet. You paid me. You're darn right we pay you because we are creating two lists for you at one time. One at SoCool and right here over at Yakamore. And whether people upgrade under you at SoCool or at Yakamore or at both, you will get paid. So I'm urging you to, if you are a free member of Yakamore, do not stay a free member of Yakamore. Because as you get sign-ups, when they upgrade, you're going to kick yourself because free members get, I think, 10% commission. Why would you want to do that when you can get like 35% or 40%? This is true, by the way, not just because I'm talking about Yakamore. You guys, I know many of you, you join sites and you join them, and I know sometimes this is a matter of simply, you know, people cannot afford it. But if you can afford it, you want to join at the highest possible level because that's actually where you're going to make your money. You do just as much work by telling somebody about Yakamore as a free member as if you're an executive member where you get paid 40% on anything. If they upgrade to basic, business, or executive, you get paid 40%. If you can, always upgrade to the highest level that any site is offering because that's where the money is. And it's really just that simple. Phil's trying to tell me something, so hang on while I find out. Oh, okay. Let me find Deborah first and Samuel. Oh, I got you, Debbie. Okay. Let me unmute you. Hey, how are you, Deborah?
Hi, I'm fine. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
Do you have a mic, Deb? Because I can't hear you.
I'm on the headphone. Oh, wait a minute.
For some reason, I'm not hearing Deborah. So you got to... Oh, okay. Deborah, I tried, so I'm going to mute you out again. I'm sorry. And who's the other person? Samuel? Okay. Wait a minute. Got to go to Samuel Proms. Okay. Samuel, it's Jane. How are you? You have a mic?
Yes, I have. Can you hear me?
Sam?
Can you hear me?
No, I'm not getting anything on the other end. I don't know if their mics. Are you guys still hearing me? Maybe I'm the one that's not being heard. Samuel, you got a mic?
Yes, I have a mic.
Okay, I'm not getting Samuel. Hey, Steph, you got a mic?
Yeah, I got a mic.
Steph?
Yes.
Nobody's got a mic. Okay,
I
guys,
have a
I
mic.
think we're going to close it up because... Oh, okay, Phil is saying hang on. I'm happy to talk to you, but so far, guys, every time I've unmuted people, for some reason, I'm not hearing you. And I don't think it's me. I think maybe your mic is not turned up or... Because usually... Hey, Chinami, how are you? Nice to see you. I hope you got to see the webinar. I didn't see you in the beginning. Great to have you here. We've got people from all over the world. Chinamy's from England, and we've got people from Iceland and Norway and Thailand, and oh my God, this is great. It's great to see you guys. Phil is still typing away, so if you have any questions about Yakamore, and if you have a mic, I'm happy to try again, but I did unmute like 3 or 4 people, and hey Keith, how are you? Nice to see you. Oh, I missed a bunch of you guys in the beginning. You must have come in right after we started. Anyway, this site is something that you can really play around with. And so I urge you to get in there. Keep this link, though, because this follow-along link, because the prices that we are talking about today for business and executive, this is cheap advertising, guys. If you're going to be in business on the net, you need to be prepared to do what it takes to maximize your reach of the site. Emailing, and you know that Phil and I are list developers. We own 270 lists, and I think we host about another 250, and we've got close to 600,000 or a little more now than on our list. So we know a bit about the power of lists. You can build a list here really fast with these Yak, and especially we're giving you 50 and 100, 50 for your business yearly and 100 for your executive yearly, and today we're doubling those, which is really nuts. So that means that you start out with a list of 100 or 200 followers. I mean, you can't do that anywhere. You just will not find it. So what I'm saying is hold on to this special follow-along link that we gave you, because the only people will have that, even when we send out the webinar recording, which will probably be tomorrow or the next day, as soon as Phil can upload it, you're going to be the only people who have this link. There will not be anyone who is not at this webinar who has this $197 and $497 link, because those prices were they were great for beta. When we had a lot of mush going on, you know how beta tests are. Things go wrong, people have to put up with it till you straighten everything out. But Yakamore is working like a gem now, and so the prices did go up because we're offering you, this emailer as well as the ability to grow a list very fast. And also, I don't know if I really showed you the post, but we don't have to do it now. You're going to have to take my word for it. When you make a post at Yakamore, it will show up instantly at SoCool. So many of you are SoCool members. So you can just go into Yak and make a post, and it'll be over at SoCool as soon as you make a post. This is a really cool site. I'm really excited about this site. And it's interesting. This is just a little aside, but I have 2 people who work for us in support. One works in the morning and one works towards the afternoon. And they saw this. Steph's on? Okay, Steph, I'll be with you in 1 minute. Just let me finish this sentence. So both of them, because they do a lot of my posting and some of my emailing and yada yada, they both saw Yakamore, and they were fighting over who was going to get to do the posts at Yakamore. I loved it. So now I have to split it up between my support team. Hey, Steph, wait a minute. You weren't mic'd before, but let me find you again. Okay. Hey, how are ya? Comment ça va? Comment ça va? I'm still not hearing him. It must be something I'm doing.